I was in aircraft maintenance, so that means that I was taking care of the big airplanes. They had 4 engines, and we had to make sure that all the oils were checked and the tires had air in them, and any kind of maintenance that happened, like if they had panels that were bad, had to get replaced. And we did all the inspections and refueled them. It was like a glorified gas station attendant. So I did that for, I was in the Air Force for 22 years. And I did that at the beginning. So I was one of the first females maintenance perk people in the Air Force. So they, at the time in 1973, they didn't have that many women in the military or in maintenance activities or any kind of male-dominated operation. So this was our way in. I was one of the second people on the flight line, second women on the flight line to be an aircraft maintenance specialist. So that was kind of exciting times. At first it was hard because, like I said, it was like the only woman on the flight line, and it was a lot of hard work, and it was all different than I was used to because I was a homebody, so it was hard for me to be away from home. But then after many years of being in the Air Force, it was like a team, and it was such a great team that you didn't want to leave it. So that's why I was in for 22 years. I enjoyed every minute of being in the Air Force, and I would recommend it to anybody. In the Air Force for 22 years, so yeah, it was a long experience, but it was fun. I did a lot of good things. I think mostly being like a team member, because that was always fun for me to be part of a team and a global team, because we got a lot of medals and stuff, and we did a lot of good for people. We did a lot for like these are operations for a joint endeavor, and at Bosnia-Herzegovina, and we got a lot of medals for helping and airlifting people. When I was first in, the Vietnam War was still going on, and so we did a lot of airlifting people out of Vietnam, because our airplanes were the kind of had the cargo on it, so we had a lot of people that we had to get out of Saigon, and so we airlifted a lot of people out, and we were helpful that way. Well, at first they didn't. They weren't. A lot of men didn't like it that I was in their environment. So they had a lot of I don't know, like kind of discrimination that was happening. And we had a truck. We'd all get into this truck and go out to the flight line together. And they had pictures of women on the walls, that nude pictures, you know. And I didn't like that very well. So at the time I had pictures of nudie men that I put on the wall. The men didn't like that, so then the supervisor's like, okay, take all the pictures, have to come down. So that was kind of nice that it kind of calmed everybody down. But they treated me pretty good, because I had to prove myself. So it was a matter of proving that I could do what they did. And once they figured that out, then they accepted me, and they didn't have a choice. I was not leaving, because I enjoyed it so much. Well, I don't know. Well, there's a lot of different things that happen, you know, and I know that probably things I shouldn't say, but I can't think of any funny stories. I know that we had a lot of fun. We had, we would go to, when we did remotes and stuff, we'd have to go to, I went to Phoenix, Arizona one time, and that was fun. We all stayed in a hotel, and then we all had fun in the pool. And, I don't know, there were just a lot of good things, a lot of good times that we had. Big family, I guess. Well, I came from people, my mom and dad got divorced, and so it was, lived with my dad for a while, then I lived with my mom for a while, and then when I graduated high school, that's when I went into the Air Force, and got married, and had 2 kids, and raised them in the Air Force, so. It was a hard transition because it's hard when you're in something for that long, for 22 years, and at the end of my career I was a manager, and so being a manager, it's hard to stop being a manager. It's hard to go to another job where you're not a manager and having to learn all over again how to be a worker and not a supervisor, so that was the hard part, I think. But then once you get it in your head that you're not in charge anymore, then it became easier. It was fun then. And then I went into the airline business, airlines anyway, so it was a good transition to be another team. So I stayed places for long, for like 6 years there. And I've been with Kohl's for 8 years, so that kind of formed to where I like to stay one place at a time. I don't like to go travel, too many jobs.
This concludes our interview with Becky Hanes. This interview was made possible by Alissa Dorsey, Yasmin Bellon, David Antonio, and Dustin Lewis. Have a great day, Wolves.